Hey there, Glenn with the Toy Temple, and today we're taking a look at Marvel's Magneto from the Marvel's Apocalypse Wave. Marvel. Just gotta get that trademark in, I guess. Looking at the figure, the first thing you'll notice is Magneto is black and red. Now, I'm sure there's some logical comic book explanation as to why he's not the usual purple and red, but they did include the purple a little bit. We'll talk about that in a second. He does come with plenty of accessories, which I love that. That's great. I took the Apocalypse Build-A-Figure piece out. It was a big arm, but not needed for the review. I wanted to build the Build-A-Figure. We'll talk about him at a later date. Taking a look at the packaging some more, you got Magneto looking super magnetic right there. On the back, you see a big-time glamour shot of Magneto and the rest of the wave, which we surprisingly have. Marvel's Magneto, living up to his namesake, Magneto is a master manipulator of magnetism, controlling and using its energy to defeat his enemies. Now, if that doesn't sound cool, I don't know what is, because Magneto is one of the top, if not the top, X-Men villains of all time. I mean, he was literally in the first X-Men comic. So without further ado, let's crack him open and see what makes Magneto just so villainous. And here is Magneto out of the package, and he looks really intimidating right off the bat. I like the body as well. I don't know if I'd be able to do anything with this, but it reminds me of the old Cyclops look, where, you know, he becomes evil, and I don't know, the black and the red just looks really cool. Though it's not the costume I'm used to. You know, I'm used to the 90s Magneto, purple, and while they did give him the purple translucent hands, which are really neat. Look at these. The costume is just, it's all right, because Magneto is one of those classic long-term villains. And, you know, he's been through World War II, he's been oppressed his whole life, and he's just always going to have that motivation. And this figure, I think, really represents that. You know, the dark brooding black, the dark red, the paint lines came out really well, and he just has this stern look to his face with that big black Magneto helmet. Yeah, he's really cool. I like this a lot. The more I look at it, the more I appreciate just how neat this is. Now, would I be mad if they did a re-release of the same figure in the purple and red? No. I'd probably still pick it up. But this is a great looking figure. And articulation-wise, you know, he's got your basic Marvel Legends junk. I mean, waist, ab crunch, thigh, boot cut, double knee, double elbow, head, you know, twisty turny. The basic stuff. You've seen it all before. The cape, though, is removable. So in case, you know, you want to just take it off, and it's not cloth, but it does have that peg hole right back there, just in case you want to do that. You know, if it's casual Sunday and he wants to take over the world, but he doesn't want to be over encumbered by that big old cape of his, then I don't see why you can't take it off. And here's your size comparison between Rogue and Magneto. And Magneto is clearly taller than Rogue. He comes in at about 6¼ inches tall. He's a pretty big dude. Rogue, a little tinier, you know, but size-wise, they scale very well. He's a much larger, intimidating figure, and it looks good. It matches very well. Taking a look at the accessories, he does come with an unmasked head, which looks really good. It's got that Magneto white hair, gray eyebrows, and the face looks really, really detailed. I mean, for a comic book figure, it's not bad. I actually really appreciate when Hasbro puts in the time to put in the extra head. He does come with these lightning magnetism effects, and I don't think I've seen the purple yet, which is nice, and I like the purple a lot. And what figure would be complete without some punch and power extra hands? And I love that they included these, because the other hands, while translucent, you know, you want Magneto to be able to punch some people, you know, punch Wolverine square in the mouth. So what do I think about the Master of Magnetism? I think he's a great figure. If you're really desperate for a Magneto, bite the bullet and get this black and red Magneto, because he is very good looking. The paint looks great. I feel like there's a lot of room for customization, and if you wanted to, you could paint him. I don't think they'd be offended, but still, he's a great figure. He's got some great deco, great paint. He's just great. Excellent figure. He'll fit right in on my X-Men shelf, 4 out of 5. And that's a huge compliment for someone who loves that purple and red. The accessories, they went overboard with, and I love that. And they didn't have to, and they did. And that alternate head, this guy right here, that's gonna come in so well. So with that, thank you very much for watching. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter at The Toy Temple. And remember, you're never too old to enjoy the things you love.